Hair combed, face washed, body clothed. Greetings and salutations. This is Outspoken Diva answering questions. A few housekeeping things. I did not tell you guys why I was answering questions via video uh, now. Sometimes when I'm writing the blog, um, sometimes I feel like the question needs a more personal touch. I feel like when people send you questions, that's a personal thing, yeah, I feel like it should have a personal touch. And I didn't just feel that way recently. I've been feeling that way for a while. Even in some of the blogs that, non-question blogs that I write, sometimes I feel like that needs a personal touch. Sometimes in the written word, you can't decipher emotions like tenderness or sarcasm sometimes. But, so just a personal touch for a question or two. So, also, another housekeeping thing. If you send questions with profane language, I'm not telling you not to send them, but please know that I don't use profane language on the internet. I have a 5 word daily limit for profane language in my offline life. Don't ask why. There's a blog somewhere on the, I don't know if it'll be up or down, but somewhere on the blog. Don't ask the question because I'm not going to answer it. Do the research. Look for the blog on why uh, I have a daily limit. Um, but the word will be replaced with another word. So just keep that in mind. Don't be shocked. Okay? Let's get started. I am a minister. I saw an article about a pastor who decided to take a sabbatical after 30 years. I agree with his decision, and also I think my pastor should consider taking one also. Any advice on suggesting this to him? Okay, before I give you my suggestions, I have 2 questions. I don't know you personally. I've seen you on my Twitter timeline. Yeah, my Twitter timeline. So I don't know you personally. I know you seem positive, but I will ask you 2 questions. Do you have your pastor's ear to talk to him? Also, is this suggestion for a sabbatical coming for a pure place? If you cannot answer yes to both those questions, you don't need my advice on how to suggesting um, to the pastor anything. Don't talk to the pastor. You need to work on your relationship or your intentions for a sabbatical. Okay? But if you do have those things, if you do have pure intentions and it's not opportunistic reason, and you do have the pastor's ear to talk to him, this is my suggestion. I know the article that you're talking about with the pastor taking a sabbatical, a recent one. It's supposed to start January. It was supposed to start January 1st to Easter. Um, and the pastor had been there 30 years. Yeah, you're right. And he was concerns. Well, just simple concerns. He had never even got an opportunity to have a proper brunch. Things like that. He just wanted to walk around with his toes out. He wanted to be able to learn without just regurgitating. I get that. I get it, And my thing is, we're always told to pray for our pastor. But we need to pray for them to be the best them that they can be. That also goes with relaxation. That goes with stable mental health. We have a lot of pastors that are also committing suicide. There are a lot of people committing suicide, but your pastor, we all have to realize, not just the pastor, the congregation too. Your pastor is not Superman. Okay, he is human too. Your job lets you be on vacation. Your pastor should have a time to take a break. I know the church I grew up in, I call it Foundation Church. That's not his name, but I call it Foundation Church because that's my foundation. The pastor, the pastor I grew up under, he would take 2 weeks off after his anniversary, and he would go fishing and stuff. And then, but he would not even be in Dallas during that time. But I know a couple of times we find out he would be preaching at another church, like as a guest minister. And I'm like, well, I know a lot of preachers believe that they'll rather, they'll die in the pulpit doing God's word, but I don't know if that's the healthiest thing to do. If you're on break, be on break. And I don't blame this pastor for wanting to be on break. I can't. My thing is, show that your pastor because he's not the first pastor to go on sabbatical. It's a lot of documentations on pastors going on sabbatical. Okay, they should be encouraged more, in my opinion, especially a pastor that's been there 30 years. I think anytime after about five, 3 5 10 years, yeah, pastor needs to more than just 2 weeks. He needs a recharge. Let him take a break. Also that means that pastors need to be training other ministers and stuff to be able to take his place, you know and feed feed his flock while he's recharging, a true recharging. Okay. So yeah, there was also a pastor I saw recently resign after 3 to 5 years because he felt like he was ill equipped. I feel like our pastors need to be able to be honest with us. Okay. And instead of us being, oh, you know let him be honest with you when you tell him these things. He feels like, you see the things of burnout and stuff. Give him your true concerns. Again, show him these examples. Show him different examples of pastors who've taken sabbaticals and why they took the sabbaticals and stuff like that. Okay. Next question. Met this guy online. We talked a few times via text and some phone calls. We never met in person. Sometime around Thanksgiving, the talking stopped. I know for me, I got wrapped up in holiday shopping and dinners and whatnot. The Saturday after Christmas, he sent me a few texts insulting me, cursing me out, and accusing me of ghosting him. I told him I didn't ghost him, I just got busy with life. He sent more insults and told me to go to hell. Hell, the place is not a curse word. I blocked him after that, but I'm still upset. Actually, I want to pull for him to pull up for me to be his A word. Am I wrong for feeling this way? I don't negate your feelings. I won't negate your feelings. I can't negate your feelings. No one wants to be accused of anything that they didn't do. You know in your heart of hearts that the conversation just dropped. You didn't mean you got busy. That person also didn't contact you either until they were upset. All that time they didn't contact you either, and apparently they have their definition of ghosting, or at least what I believe, and possibly you believe also. Ghosting is where the two people that are dating, talking, have a rapport. Uh, One is still communicating, the other one is not. That is go, and then they just pop up and appear. Like hey, boo, that kind of thing. No, that's not what that person did. Is not ghosting. Y'all just lost touch. Okay, and that person felt like they were jilted. people need to learn proper terms instead of reacting. But it is sad. I know you, I don't know you. I mean, I know you, but I know you're over 35. Okay? And it's sad that other adults come off that way when they feel jilted and stuff, things like that. And instead of owning their, owning their part, being accountable for their thing, they lash out. It's sad. It hurts. You don't want to be accused of anything you didn't do. You also don't, even if it was a slight thing that you may have may have jilted them. I mean, not jilted them, ghosted them. No one wants to be insulted and cursed out over something like that. Sometimes we need to learn mature ways on how to handle our emotions. Now, I will not negate your feelings of feeling, hurt. I won't negate your feelings, but I will not condone your actions if your feelings don't stay feelings. Don't unblock that number. Do not have them to pull up so you can fight them. Physically fighting, especially someone that you've never met, physically fighting someone because of some insults is not worth it. And I don't want your next correspondence to me be because you went to jail. That's not cool. I will not be putting no money on your books because you decided to fight this person. That's not cool. That's not cute, and that's not mature. What I want you to do, if you are a spiritual person, pray, meditate about this. Whether you're spiritual or not, journal it. Write this stuff down. Purge that out of you through writing it out. You know, pick up your hobbies, the things that you like to do in your free time. Pick those things up. Put yourself into that. These feelings won't last forever. If these feelings keep raging in you, then I want you to talk to a professional counselor. I want you to go find some resources. If you don't know where to get some, I will send you some. You know, I won't say go do the Googles. No, I care about you better than that. I will send you some resources on someone in your area, or that's not expensive. To for you to do. Get the research to speak to somebody about that, because no matter whether I know you or not, I care. Okay, I'm tired of people and violence and reacting and things like that. Again, yes, I understand. Being hurt, and I understand. Wanting to fight somebody because they've insulted you like that. But we are adults. We have to express our emotions better than just with violence. Okay. But yeah, you're not wrong on feeling that way. I won't tell you you're wrong for feeling that way. But work on that. Feel better. Okay? Alright, those are my two questions. I know it's supposed to be one question, but I didn't want to tell the person that I first told um, that I would answer their question. I didn't want to tell them, no, I'm going to take that back. I just decided to do two questions. I'm a pretty fair person. For the most part, I'm pretty fair. So, yeah. Other than that, if you have questions, you can send them to the email that is in the blog, or if you're watching this directly from YouTube, it'll be in the description box. Also, those articles that I was talking about with the guy that was the minister, um, is it a guy? Yeah, that's a guy. Guy that's the minister. I will put those articles in the blog also. Yeah, I will put those there. And I think that's it. There's a rooster. There's a cockfighting ring somewhere around me. I live in the city in Texas, not. And somebody, I think they've gotten in my backyard. We'll find out in a little while. But so if y'all hear those, that's what that is. I'm trying to record when it's more quiet in my area. But yeah, things happen. Other than that, as always, talking to you in adult terms.